How would you like to win a luxurious 7-night cruise visiting Le Havre, Hamburg and Amsterdam on the superb MSC Preziosa, courtesy of Planet Cruise and MSC Cruises? We're giving one lucky winner the opportunity to win this incredible prize for 2 people staying in an ocean view cabin and calling at France, Germany, Belgium and the Netherlands. For your chance to win, simply log on to idealworld.tv/win cruise to enter this sensational prize draw. Good luck!
Hello there. You just saw a video clip which gives you the opportunity to win a cruise. So why not go to our website right now? As soon as you go to idealworld.tv, you're going to see that image pop up. You'll have the opportunity to complete the details and you could be winning a cruise. Now, my top tip in this cruise, in this show, is Black Friday cruise show. Get a pen, get a pencil, get a piece of paper, and get ready to write down the ID numbers, because we're going to try and squeeze in 7 cruises this hour. Get a pen. Let me introduce you to Glenn, who's going to help me get through all of these.
How are you, buddy? You good?
I'm very well. Yeah, you've been on cruises, haven't you? You know what it's all about.
10 years I did on cruises,
wow.
And I now work for Planet Cruise in the sales office. Normally we do 5 cruises on a show.
Yeah.
Today we're going with 7. So when they gave us the itinerary, we went, it's going to be an interesting show, but we'll get through it, and it's going to be boom, boom, boom today. We're going to give the information, because these cruises are selling out already for Black Friday, and our offices have been going crazy since 8 o'clock this morning, so let's get on with them and let's get some deals done.
We are selling so quickly, it's absolutely true. We don't yet know what the 7th cruise is, because we had one and it sold out. So the 7th one, we don't know what it is yet. We're waiting to get that information. That is absolutely truthful. So get your pen, get your paper. I'm going to whiz through the first 6 that we've got lined up for you, and then we're going to give you the opportunity to hear a lot more about them. So if you're used to it being quite a relaxed show, today's a Black Friday cruise show, so get ready. Come on, let's get started. Let's go to our first one. So we're going to whiz through them to give you a head start on these. This first one is a Black Friday cruise, and it is with Princess Cruises. Look at Princess Cruises. 14 nights. You've got a special on here from $8.79. If you want to, you can add a night at the Meon Valley Inn Marriott, which is in Southampton, so you can chill out before you get on the ship. ID number for that is 108773. Our second cruise is going to be with Royal Caribbean. This is one of the largest cruise ships in the world, and for me, this is a dream cruise. Why? Because you're going to the Caribbean for 9 nights. Do not miss out. It's actually a 7-night cruise. Do not miss out on it. Free upgrade on here as well, from ocean view to a balcony. So do not miss out on this opportunity. It is a brilliant opportunity for you. ID for that one. Where is your ID number? It's disappeared. Here you go. Here it comes. 103047. You've got to wait for it to come around. Now, let's go on to our next cruise. This is the 3rd one. This is Great Line, MSC. Beautiful ship as well. This really got a European flavour to it. ID number on here is 129216. Brand new for 2018, so you are planning ahead. And look at this, from £499. That is crazy value for money. We'll tell you more about that in the show. Let's go on to P&O, a great British brand and a favourite with us. Again, this is a Black Friday special. In fact, on this one, we'll also put you into a free prize draw. 20 lucky people that are buying the cruise will get a free bottle of wine and a pair of binoculars branded with P&O. You've also got the opportunity to add that night in Southampton if you wish, so you can chill out before you get on board. And again, we are going to go into more detail as we go throughout the show. ID numbers we'll show you as we make our way through the cruises. Here's one of my favourite cruises. In fact, it is my sister's favourite cruise line. She also worked on the ships for around 12 years. This one is Celebrity Cruises. Brilliant trip. This is going to give you the opportunity to go down into the Mediterranean, Italy, Spain and the Balearic Islands. Free classic drinks package as well if you go ocean view and above. And you've got the 2-night stay in Rome available from £99 per person. Free spend on board up to $400, so you get spend on board. ID is 108816. And then we've got Viking River Cruise through China. This is a dream cruise for many people. This is not on the ocean, this is on a river, so it gives you the opportunity to ensure you've got really smooth seas at all times. 15 nights. It is a brilliant trip. We'll give you a lot more information on that as we make our way throughout the cruise. 111516 is the ID number. So that's just a preview. Please don't feel like it's always going to be fast and furious. We'll try and slow down a little bit right now and give you a feeling, just the essence of what it's all about. So this first one is with Princess Cruises.
That's correct, yeah. So Princess are fantastic. They're bringing out new ships as well over the next couple of years. I know Majestic's coming out next year. It's continuing to grow. And what's good with Princess is the ships are the same on every one. So when you've been on one, you know what the other ones are going to be like.
Great.
But still fantastic.
Well, let's take an opportunity then to see what a Princess cruise ship is all about.
Princess Cruises first set sail in 1965 with a single ship cruising to Mexico. Today, the line has grown to become the third largest cruise line in the world.
Princess is known for being a bit of an industry innovator because over the years they've introduced so many new features and experiences on board their ships that have been so popular, other cruise lines are now copying them.
Among them are affordable balconies on many of the ship's outside cabins, as well as 24-hour dining, and a choice of dining venues and flexible dining times. Princess ships also debuted features such as Movies Under the Stars and the Sanctuary adults-only Oasis.
In the fitness centre you'll find all the latest equipment, plus a range of classes including cycling, Pilates, yoga, stretch and abs. But if chilling out and being pampered is more your thing, then you might want to head up here, to the tranquil environment of the Lotus Spa.
With a menu of dozens of calming and rejuvenating treatments, the Lotus Spa is guaranteed to be one of the highlights of your cruise.
Throughout the day on your Princess cruise, the chefs are busy preparing your next memorable meal. All bread, cakes and pastries are baked 3 times a day. All sauces are prepared by hand.
Specialty restaurants include Sabatini's, Princess's signature Italian restaurant. The Crown Grill offers a variety of premium beef and seafood dishes.
But tonight's formal night and I've decided to eat in the main restaurant. As I'm booked on anytime dining, I can just turn up and eat at whatever time I like. Princess are known for their dynamic and exciting production shows, with some of the largest casts at sea.
All shows are produced in-house and feature lively music and stunning choreography, as well as shows you can enjoy a night of stand-up comedy, a game show, a sing-song in the piano bar, a romantic dance, or just a quiet night with friends in a lounge bar.
Something completely different. How about a movie under the stars? It's a signature feature of all Princess ships, and it's a great way to end the day.
If you're wondering, are these really Black Friday prices? This cruise works out at less than £63 per person per night.
This has been dropped, obviously, for today. And I'll tell you what's really good with this, Paul. Crown Princess, great ship, 5-star, great ships with Princess anyway. But for those people that maybe haven't done a cruise before and want to experience the Mediterranean, these is probably the most popular cruise for normally first-time cruisers because they've got some great ports of call to go to. And as I said, the good thing with this one, when you go from Southampton, you can take as much luggage as you want, and you can also stay at the Meon Valley at the night before, and that includes your car parking as well. Brilliant. That's great value for 14 days.
Let's go on our journey.
So this one here, we're going to have 3 days at sea to start with, and this is a great experience just to start easing yourself into the ships and see the facilities. And then we go into one of the great cities of into Spain, of Barcelona. Sagrada Familia, you go to the Nou Camp, go and see Gaudi's architecture. Beautiful, beautiful city. Moving on from there, we go to the birthplace of Napoleon. You've got Corsica and Ajaccio. Here I wouldn't do an excursion. I'd make your way off the ship, do a left, go into the town with the bars and restaurants. Beautiful area. Then from there, we go into one of the highlight ports, which is Civitavecchia, which is the gateway into Rome. Hour and a half from Civi to get into Rome itself. Of course, you've got Colosseum, you've got the Sistine Chapel, and of course the Vatican. Lot to see in one day, but a great taster, and then you might go and visit back in a weekend later on in the year. Then on to Livorno. This again is the gateway into the places of Florence and to see the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I recommend doing the tours, the Florence and Pisa tour, going to see the Leaning Tower in the morning. You can push the tower back up, and then in the afternoon go around the Ponte Vecchio bridge, have a look at the Duomo in Florence, and that's a good opportunity to both cities. Then down into Genoa, you've got a chance to walk around the port area there. The large aquarium that they have there is stunning to walk around, and you can also take a trip over to Portofino. And then from Italy, we're going then into France, down into Marseille. I was there in June. Again, the port area there, I wouldn't do a tour here. I would just walk around and do a bit of people watching in Marseille. Another day at sea before going into the ever-popular Gibraltar. Go and see the Rock, go and see the monkeys, step back into UK about 1970s, see the old telephone boxes and the British policemen, and then you've got a couple of more sea days before heading back up the coastline and back into Southampton. So, nice itinerary.
Let's just make this clear to you. We are talking Black Friday cruise prices. This particular cruise, if you're a family of 4, mum, dad, a couple of kids, you can do this for less than £2,000. And this isn't a 1-week cruise, this is a 2-week cruise. So less than £250 per person per week. That is phenomenal value for money. I would recommend you call that number now. It's first come, first served. 0808 250 2662 or go to planetcruise.co.uk. Don't miss out on that. We are moving on because it's all about time. ID number on there is 108773. Call the team, give them that item number and you'll be sorted. Now another dream cruise for you, Black Friday prices, is 7 nights around the Caribbean. This time we're going to be talking about Royal Caribbean Cruises. So this is one of the biggest cruise ships in the world. Let's take a moment right now to see what that ship would look like. Tell us a little bit about the line.
Up to this year, Oasis was officially the biggest ship in the world. It is a floating destination. You need a week on this ship just to experience and go and see the acrobatic divers in the back of the ship there, the huge theatre area they have. This is an amazing place with the Royal Court and the promenade as well to stroll around. Now, I actually spoke to a guest about this 2 days ago and they said this is an unbelievable offer for January on this ship. Can you tell me how much the flights would be on top of this? And I went, no, this is including flights. This is flights, the hotel the night before, your transfers, and of course the ship as well. And the ship has got everything. You can go surfing, you can go rock climbing, you can do everything on this one. Absolutely fantastic. Now it says on there it's 9 nights, but obviously that is a 9-night package. It's including your night before and an overnight flight to get home.
So it's a 7-night cruise.
9-night package. It's a 7-night cruise.
Yeah.
But it's a really, really good opportunity to do this. And as I said, if you want to see one of the superliners of the world, you've got the opportunity to do that. Now again, with this cruise, you're going to fly over from the UK. Again, the flights on this one are actually based from Newcastle, which is a bit strange. Normally it's based from London, but we've got Newcastle flights there. If you want to upgrade to Gatwick, it's a £59 per person supplement.
Okay.
And there are also flights from Manchester, Birmingham and Glasgow, and of course supplements will apply on this one.
And don't forget, let's share this with you very quickly. I'll just throw this one in. If you are going on the 28th of January, because we've got a few dates available, but if you go 28th of January, you'll get a free upgrade from an outside cabin to a balcony
And again, the balcony cabins on there are fantastic. You've got the boardwalk balconies or the ocean view. They are superb. Now, the itinerary on this one, you're going to fly into Orlando. You'll have your 1 night pre-stay as you would normally do with a package like this. Transfers to the ship, and then you've got a day at sea. As I said to you, this ship is a floating resort, and it's a lot to go and see in 1 day. Then from there, you go on to a place called Labadee in Haiti. Now, obviously, Haiti's had its problems over the last couple of years, and people go, why are they going there? This is an island that's owned by Royal Caribbean. It's a private island for the cruise ship itself. On here, you've got all the facilities. You can do the water sports. They've got the aqua park. They've even got a roller coaster on there as well. And it's amazing. You're in the Caribbean on a roller coaster or the water park on your own private island.
That is a brilliant day.
It's fantastic. And those days are always good when you go to the private islands. Then you go down into Falmouth in Jamaica if you've never been there before. Again, you've got a chance to do river rafting, the 4x4s. You've also got Red Stripe Beach there. And of course, one of the highlights, if you've seen Cocktail with Tom Cruise, you get a chance to go to Dunn's Rivers Falls, which is one of the big highlights of Jamaica itself.
Go and get some Jamaican rum and be careful, obviously, but make your way up.
Just get the Jamaican.
But I should add, you know, I worked on cruise ships for 20 years. I didn't, you know, it's not like I'm loaded and I go cruising all the time. I worked on cruise ships in my younger days.
So we've got 30 years between us then. That's not bad. Then we've got a day at sea, and then from there you're going down into Mexico, down into Cozumel. Again, stunning part of the world. A chance to go to Mr. Sancho's Beach. You've got scuba diving here. You can go and see the Mayan ruins, or you can take a catamaran out. Loads and loads of stuff to do in Cozumel, and also very, very good for shopping if you want to do some of that duty-free shopping. Then another day at sea, so you've got 3 days on here to actually experience the ship. So your final day is at sea, and then from there back into Orlando and flights home, and all that is for under £1,000 if you want to take an interior.
And let's make it clear, these days at sea are brilliant. The days at sea, especially a ship like that, that ship is your destination.
Of course
really.
It is, that's what we're saying to you. So before, a ship used to be to get to the next port of call. Now it is a floating resort.
And a day at sea means you can relax, you can chill out. As I told you, free upgrade from ocean view. So an ocean view means you've got a window to a balcony cabin if you go on the 28th of January. Try to get that one. Return flights from Newcastle based on the lead date, and plus you've got all your overseas transfers included. You can go from Gatwick, as Glenn told us, for £59 per person, so if you prefer Gatwick, you can sort that out. But we've also got Manchester, Birmingham, Glasgow. If you ever think, well, can I have this, can I have that, call the team and ask your questions. If you've got any questions, call the team. It is as simple as that, and it's free to call.
And just
the
saying,
team.
Paul, as well, if you look at those prices, you can see there on the 28th, there are 2 different prices for Ocean View and balcony. It's because prices are changing so quickly today. We've now managed to get the upgrade from an Ocean View into a balcony, £12.91, and that's a great deal for Oasis of the Seas.
And I'm being told to let you know that was a last-minute deal, so we only just got that one. That was only just added this morning. We're going to move on now to our next cruise. This is what we call a 7-night cruise, but think of it as an intro. I think this is a great way. If you've never cruised before, this is a great way to get started. This is a really great way to feel good about it. So we're going to show you the cruise line. I wonder if you can talk over it, Glenn. So
of course I can, yeah. People might not be aware of MSC. They've heard of P&O and Royal and Celebrity, but MSC is an Italian cruise company, normally based over in Italy. So a lot of the clientele on there generally is European flavour.
Yeah.
When it's sailing out of Southampton, I would say probably 50–60% of people on here will be British, so it's a British cruise ship. Now the good thing with MSC, they are fantastic ships, very innovative, great restaurants, great bars, good entertainment on there as well, and something for everyone. The one thing I would say with this one, Paul, is if you want to go on a cruise but you think, you know, I want to be a little bit careful with the financial funds. We don't want to break the bank.
Yeah.
This is a great 7-day cruise, nice ports of call, and it's not going to break the bank. And that's not supposed to say, no, you know, money's not important, but a really, really good value. And you think, I've tried one cruise and I want to try other ones. And MSC is a great introduction on there. Nice that it's going out of Southampton. Good dates as well. So it's going out in April and in October. You've got plenty of time to save up for this as well. It's not going for another sort of nearly 2 years. So you've got loads of time to put the money in the pot. And then from there, you can actually go off and look forward to something.
And another great thing, you know, as an intro cruise, Southampton to Southampton's brilliant because it means you can take all the luggage you want. So if you're thinking, I don't know, how far do I dress up? How far do I dress down? Take everything.
Take your whole wardrobe.
No restrictions. So where do we go?
So again, Southampton. Now this one's going directly into port. This is going to the port of Le Havre. So Le Havre itself is nice. You can walk around there. But again, the main attraction there is to go into Paris. It's about 2.5 hours trip down into Paris. So if you're going to do it, you either take the public transport or you do one of the tours. Now, of course, there Eiffel Tower, Arc de Triomphe, Champs-Élysées, the Louvre, everything in one day, and that's a good opportunity to see there. Then you go into the port of Zeebrugge next, and again, Zeebrugge's okay. I don't think there's much there. I don't think there's much there. I think you're walking around a town. But again, what you want to do here, we did it a couple of weeks ago. We went on our mini cruise to Bruges, and we took public transport straight into Bruges itself. Yeah. It's stunning. You've got the moat and the lake going through there. You've got the swans on the lake, and then again, when you walk around Bruges, you've got the cobbled streets, the cart horses. You can take a ride on the cart horses, or just go and have some Belgian beer, or of course the chocolates. Chocolates are second to none in Belgium. Very, very good value.
And don't forget, you know, you can always stay on board if you want to. You don't have to get off the ship when you're in the port. So if you're saying, I just want a day in, I just want to chill out, I just want to relax, I just want to stay. When the ship's empty, it's a great day to be in the pool. It is. And the jacuzzi.
As I said, there's so many opportunities to do this. And as I said, it's a good introduction. Then we go into Amsterdam. Now, Amsterdam, especially in April time, is great for places like Keukenhof. That's when the tulips are in bloom. Yeah. You can go to the Anne Frank Museum. Now, the good thing with this one, you've got 2 overnights on board. So if you've never been to Amsterdam before, you think what you'd pay for a 2-night stay in Amsterdam, and you're getting a 7-day cruise. Now, again, in Amsterdam, you can walk around the canals, take a canal trip.
You can do a lot in Amsterdam.
Worst case scenario, you can do a bit of window shopping, Paul. But don't get in trouble in Amsterdam. But you've got all that time there to go and do that, and it's fantastic. And then into Hamburg. Again, a great German city there. If you want to go and see some of the beer bars there they have, you go down into the actual main square there. Beautiful Gothic-style cathedral. Nice opportunity to finish the cruise in Germany.
There, are you a hamburger?
You are a hamburger.
If you live in London, you're a Londoner.
Yeah, you're a hamburger.
Great.
Yeah, exactly.
Incredible.
And that was so cheesy, you're a cheesy hamburger. There you go. And then you've got a day at sea, and then from there you come back into Southampton.
This works out under £72 per person per night. £499, £500 for a 7-night cruise. What a great way to go. And you just get yourself down to Southampton. That is brand new for 2018. Really enjoy it. Kids, by the way, kids can go from £99 each. £99 each. Again, if you've got any questions, we are whizzing through these because we're showing you Black Friday deals. Call the number at the bottom and chat to the team. Look at all the dates available. April, September, October. These are 2018, so you've got plenty of time to get yourself ready for this. You've got a lot of opportunity here to really be excited about what you're looking forward to. Now, don't forget, at the very start of the show, we showed you how you could win yourself a cruise. It's very easy to do. All you got to do is go to our website, you put your name, your email on there, job done. You could be winning a European cruise. So go to ideaworld.tv. That, what you're looking at right now, will automatically come up onto the screen. So you haven't got to find it, you haven't got to search for it. It will automatically come up on the screen because we want you to win a cruise, and that is courtesy of Planet Cruise and MSC. So I've just been told the cruise that we're trying to get to, the 7th cruise has come in. The 7th cruise has come in. I got to read it because I don't even know what it is. This is a Princess cruise. It's a 7-night, you probably don't even know what it is. No. 7-night Scandinavian cruise. We're going to go back to Princess cruises. This is also going to be Southampton to Southampton. It is.
This is a 7-night cruise on the Crown Princess. As we mentioned before, say all Princess ships are the same inside. So when you go on the ships, if you've been on one, it's more or less the same on the other. You know, slight difference, but they're very, very good. 5-star cruise line, very, very popular. We were at a function with them last week. Lots of exciting new things coming out for 17 and 18 with the company as well. But again, we were talking about introduction into cruises, and the industry now is the biggest growth in the tourist industry, cruising now. Now, this one is a chance to go on a 5-star cruise line over half term, which is normally very expensive anyway, especially if you're taking the kids with you, for £489 per person. And again, with this one as well...
That's under £1,600 for a family of 4?
For a family of 4 is £1569 for a family of 4 on there, so it's really, really good. Now, we've just been told by the gallery that prices are slightly going up. I think, did we say £529 now? 529, so prices are going up because of the availability on this one. As I said, it's a very, very fluid movement at the moment. And again, if you want to book this one, you need to do it as soon as possible because prices are only going to go up. Now, again, with this one, a nice cruise, a half-term Scandinavia one. We're going to go from Southampton into Bruges again. So you go to Zeebrugge and then, as I said, make your way into Bruges. We've already discussed that. Make sure you go there. Then you have a day at sea just to chill out, relax, maybe do the movie Under the Stars if you want to do that in the evening, or just taking some of the facilities on board. And then we go into the very, very popular destination, and many people haven't been there before, but it's becoming really, really popular with the Brits now, of going into Copenhagen.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Copenhagen, you've got the beautiful pastel-coloured buildings there of the port area. You've got Tivoli Gardens, which is stunning. That's the amusement park. Yeah. But probably the main highlight that everyone sees, and you just walk off the ship, do a left and carry on down the pier, you'll come to the Little Mermaid. It is very little, but again, that's one of the things that you need to see there in Copenhagen. Be aware that all these places, Copenhagen and Sweden, can be reasonably expensive, so make sure you plan what you're going to do there, but a great opportunity to go into Copenhagen and actually have an overnight there as well. Once we've done Copenhagen, we go into, not Stockholm, but we go into Helsingborg, which again is another destination for cruise ships in Sweden. Again, when we were there a couple of years ago, beautiful little town area to walk around. You've got the town hall, the stunning medieval architecture, so really, really popular to go around there and just spend some time and relax in Sweden. And then from there, we go into the capital of Norway. We go into Oslo, the largest city, of course, in Norway as well. And again, from the port area where we normally dock, beautiful, beautiful sailing as well. So make sure you're up nice and early to watch the sailing in Oslo. But again, walking around the beautiful park area they have there, you can see the fields and the islands of Oslo. But again, going into the main town there, again, Norway is even more expensive than Copenhagen and Sweden, so just be careful when you're buying food and drink there, because it is a bit pricey, but it is great and very, very busy and very popular.
And then, of course, you make your way back to Southampton. Now, I'm being told right now that if this continues, we've had a phone call from the call centre, and they're saying this could sell out. If it carries on the way it is right now, this could sell out today. I'm being told right now this could sell out today. Now, I said earlier they'd be under £1,600. We did correct that price. Under £1,900 for a family of 4. Under £1,900 for a family of 4. So brilliant value for money. Call that number at the bottom of the screen. Go to the website, but get that one as soon as you can. I'm being told the call centre have called and said they don't think it's going to last. If you're watching a repeat, by the way, because we do hope to repeat this later in the day, this one may have already gone. Let's move on to our next one. We're going to move now to the P&O Cruises. Great British cruise line, one of the favourites with the Brits. In fact, Keith was lucky enough to go on board. He's going to show you around it right now.
Inspired by P&O Cruises' illustrious past, but designed very much for their fabulous future, this is the biggest cruise ship ever designed for the UK cruise market. Welcome to P&O's beautiful Britannia. One thing you will definitely notice on board Britannia is that there's an abundance of excellent deck space and oodles of sun loungers to help you worship. In fact, there are 4 main pools to choose from, including the adult-only Serenity Pool, a perfect place to escape to for some downtime while the kids are being looked after elsewhere. There's 13 different bars on board, 4 of which are out on deck, which means you can enjoy the sunshine or the stars as you sip your favourite tipple. The stylish new blue cocktail bar is the perfect place for a dirty martini, or there's Brody's. I love that place, and that's where P&O Cruises have introduced the biggest selection of British beers at sea, with over 70 to choose from, representing 56 different UK counties. The food is headed up by P&O Cruises' iconic food heroes. You can enjoy the taste of India with the Master of Spice Atal Kutcher's fabulous Sindhu restaurant, or savour mouth-watering gala dinner options and menus created by the godfather of UK cooking, Mr. Marco Pierre White. If you really want to spoil yourself, you can also book Eric Landlad's afternoon tea experience, or head to his Market Cafe. It's a French-style patisserie that features fine cheeses, antipasto, charcuterie, tapas and specialty breads. You can enjoy the live music, comedy, cabarets and game shows of the Live Lounge, or sit back for West End style shows in this fabulous new theatre, which features a stunning LED backdrop. Strictly fans also won't be disappointed with the elegant wooden floored Crystal Room. It's dedicated to dance and the perfect location to rumba the night away. P&O Cruises have really pushed the boat out when it comes to the accommodation. There's a sumptuous range of boutique offerings to choose from, including well thought out single cabins to these incredible suites designed by Richmond International that come with your own butler. And all the accommodation on board includes flat screen TVs, pamper packs from the White Company and bespoke artwork from British artists.
Now, Glenn was just telling me that it actually worked for P&O. Tell us a little bit about your time there.
I worked for P&O, I worked on Oriana, and I also worked on one of the sister ships, which is Ocean Village, which is coming back now.
My cousins loved Ocean Village.
They loved it, and then it's actually coming back now. It went down to Australia's Pacific Pearl, and it's now coming back with Cruise and Maritime as the Columbus.
Right.
But I think P&O, when people phone up, we can recommend...
Cruise and Maritime are growing then,
They
aren't
are getting very big, yeah. But what I think with P&O is I think there are a lot of brands to sell. I think people feel at home with P&O. It's a British cruise ship, British entertainment, geared towards the British market.
Right.
And I think a lot of people that do first-time cruises enjoy going on P&O.
Home away from home.
They feel quite at ease on there for you. Now, this one is on Britannia. Obviously, it got launched in April last year by the Queen. A lot of publicity about that.
Yeah.
It's the newest cruise ship with P&O. And I think what you'll find with Britannia is it's a very, very popular ship, brand new, great cabins on there, and very good sort of entertainment and restaurants on there, which is really, really popular. Now, the nice one with this one, this is going from Southampton again, so remember, for 12 nights, for £89 per person, you can get your meal on Marriott the night before, get your car parking included on that one, so it's a nice way to start the cruise. Then you've got 3 days at sea before then heading down into the Canaries. So April time should be okay in the UK, but you know down in the Canary Islands, it's probably got the best climate in the world.
Yeah,
so,
and I love Madeira.
Madeira is one of my favourite destinations.
Yeah.
Normally we used to go there when the ships were either going across or back from the Caribbean. Good thing to do here, you've got to do the toboggan ride if you've never done it before in Madeira, which is good. You can go,
I should have put a picture in. I've got a great picture of my wife and I up there.
It's fantastic. And you've also got Reed's Hotel as well, which is really, really popular. From there we go down into the 3 Canarian islands. Now, again, you've got La Palma, you've got Tenerife and Gran Canaria. And these 3 islands, as I said, you know the weather's going to be good down there. In La Palma, you've got great views to go down on some of the mountain tops there. Tenerife, you've got Puerto de la Cruz, which you can stroll along the promenade there and go to the Lido. And then down in Gran Canaria, you've got Maspalomas with the sand dunes, Puerto Rico or Playa de Ingles. So, a lot to explore on the 3 Canarian islands. And then you have a day at sea before winding your way back up into I still think one of the best sailings in Europe, and that's into Lisbon. Under the 25th of April bridge, you've got the Christ the Redeemer statue, so whatever you do on that one, make sure you're up for sailing, because you come under that bridge, it reminds you of the San Francisco, exactly, and you've got the Christ the Redeemer statue there, you've got the main square area, great restaurants. If you just walk through the main town, you've got the glass elevator to go up, loads and loads to see in Lisbon, then a couple of days at sea just to chill out on the beautiful Britannia, and then back into Southampton on that one.
Now that works out at less than £70 per person per night. Recently I was working in London, so I was staying in a hotel on the outskirts. I didn't stay in London, in fact it was on the motorway, because I wanted to get the best price I could. That was 80 quid a night, and you only got a bed. 80 quid. Here's an opportunity for £70 a night. You get all your food, you got all your entertainment, and you're on a gorgeous
and because we don't give enough away of that, the first 20 bookings on this one will receive
we're going to put everyone, and if you buy this cruise, we'll automatically put you into our prize draw. And 20 people.
20 people are going to win either. They're going to win a bottle of wine, and they're going to win these fantastic binoculars we have as well. So you've got the opportunity to do that. So when you're sailing into Lisbon, you've got a good opportunity to see as much as you possibly can. So what more do you want?
See all the birds on the beach. You know,
well, exactly.
Seagulls, all those sorts of things.
All the locals.
Hey. So ID number for that. Remember, my tip at the very start of the show was to get a pen or a paper. We are whizzing through all of these. 117525 is your item number. That's the P&O cruise to the Canaries and Madeira. Now, we've still got more lined up for you. We're going to move on to celebrity cruises. Go get that pen, and call the team. We are whizzing through all of these because they are Black Friday deals. We're now going to celebrity cruises. We're going to do an 11-night cruise for you. And we've got Keith, who was lucky enough to be on board one of the ships. Watch this.
With exceptional levels of service, one crew member for every 2 guests, well-designed and easy-to-navigate ships, and a decor that is both sophisticated and contemporary, this is a cruise line which offers a real sense of modern luxury.
Life on board a celebrity cruise ship is an opportunity for you to enjoy your cruise just how you like it. From relaxing by the pool with a good book to a whole host of exhilarating and unique experiences, the choice literally is yours. There's cooking competitions, mixology classes, dance and language classes, informative lectures, and behind-the-scenes access to the inner workings of a modern-day cruise ship. And that is just the tip of the iceberg.
You can top up your tan while enjoying a margarita by the pool, or use your Sea Pass card and help yourself to another glass of vino in the award-winning Cellar Masters. But my absolute favourite has to be here. It's the world's first ever world-class bar, where tasting the work of these wonderful mixologists will introduce you to the latest trends in cocktail creation. It will literally knock your socks off. Celebrity cruises have always pushed the boat out when it comes to dining, not just in the sheer choice, but also the quality and taste of the food they offer. You can experience savour menus pairing classic and contemporary selections with casual alfresco dining to this stunning main dining room with the amazing wine tower that holds nearly 3,000 bottles of wine. When the sun sets, Celebrity Cruises ships come alive with a dazzling selection of bars, lounges and nightclubs. Keep an eye out though for the interactive themed parties. You might even find dancers in these exquisite costumes suddenly appear out of nowhere to entertain you. There's West End style theatre shows, there's circus shows, comedy, magic, music. On a Celebrity Cruise, luxury comes as standard. There are 6 different varieties to choose from, and over 85% have a private balcony, from comfortable inside staterooms to these gorgeous suites which feature floor-to-ceiling windows, panoramic balconies, and your very own private butler. Trust me, once you've unpacked, you won't ever want to leave.
Now, nice thing about this particular cruise, you can get up to $400 free onboard spend. So not only do you get great value for money, you then get $400 you could go and spend on board. You might want to buy drinks or buy some souvenirs, all sorts of things. Come on, let's get onto the itinerary so we can see exactly where we're going, because it's a great trip. Now on this one we're going to catch a plane.
We're going to catch a plane from London out to Rome, and that's obviously where you're going to join the ship there. And as I said, I think speaking to our people that phone up all the time, people that tend to book with Celebrity tend to go with them time and time again, and they are so very popular. And as Keith was describing there, the service, the quality on there is fantastic. Now this one here on the Reflection, you've got the 11-night cruise, so you're going to leave Rome and then you're going to go down into Florence and Pisa. We've already discussed Livorno, but again you've also got a chance to go out to Lucca and places like that if you want to try something a little bit different than Florence and Pisa. Then we're heading down into the south of France. Now down in the south of France we're pulling into the tender port of Villefranche, and then from there you can go into Nice, you can go along the Côte d'Azur, you can go down to Monaco and Monte Carlo, and this is where the rich and famous are. This is where you can just sit back, plot up. And remember, May time is when the Grand Prix times are on, the Cannes Film Festival. This part of the world is absolutely buzzing in May, so it's a great time of year to go down there. Then we go down into Barcelona, and the nice thing with this one, you've actually got an overnight in board on Barcelona. So again, as we've mentioned before, you've got Gaudi's, all the architecture there. Make your way up the Las Ramblas, which is the main street there. That's where your street performers are. That's where
I
your
took
bars.
My wife up the Las Ramblas.
Oh, I said lovely. Yeah, bet she did. And then also you've got the beach area there. You've got the Sagrada Familia, the unfinished cathedral, and of course football lovers can make their way over to the Nou Camp as well if you want to go and do the tour of the Nou Camp. But you've got an overnight on board there. Then you have a day at sea, and then from there we're making our way down to Gibraltar. Again, we mentioned before, go up the rock, go and see the monkeys, or just stroll around, and it's still really cheap to eat and drink around in Gibraltar, so it's good. Going then to the south of Spain, you've got Malaga, and from here you can go into Marbella, you can go to Mijas, up into the mountains there, beautiful, beautiful Mijas. But even just walking around Malaga as well, beautiful white
palm
building,
trees everywhere.
palm trees,
Beautiful.
it is stunning, and that's why it's so popular there with the Brits. We also have Cartagena. This is coming up the east coast.
Yeah.
Now, my house I used to have in Spain is just about 20 minutes from Cartagena. So again,
My mum lived just up the road from there.
I probably know her.
Yeah, hey,
near
near
La Manga and all those sort of places. But again, when you go into Cartagena, you've got the old amphitheatre there, the Roman ruins. But again, walking around the back streets there, the shopping is really, really good, and some nice beaches just to chill out. Then onto the party island. It's still going to be a little bit quiet at the start of May, but I worked there for 3 years in Ibiza. Obviously, a very, very popular destination for the Brits. The nice thing as well,
you don't have to go to the party. One end's party.
yeah, but you're
isn't it?
not
The other
going.
end's
You're going
posh
into
and lovely.
Ibiza town, which is the more cosmopolitan area, and
Yeah.
again, walking around the old city there. If you want to make your way over to San Antonio, Playa del Bossa, you can. But
Yeah.
I think Ibiza town. I must be getting older because I used to go straight to San Antonio. But now I can think, oh, Ibiza town is lovely with a nice restaurant and a couple of glasses of wine. But Ibiza's nice there, and then again, you've got a relaxing day at sea before heading back then into Civitavecchia and making your way back from there, which is really, really good.
Here's a tip for you. Don't forget to go ocean view and above, and then you get a free drinks package as well, which is always nice to get. You can have 2 nights in Rome for just £99 per person. And if you're looking at these prices, well, don't forget that this can be deposit only today. Just your deposit, just say, look, I want this, and you book it, and you put your deposit down, and you can start dreaming about what you're going to be doing. Let's just show you a sample of what's included on that drinks package, because it is brilliant value for money.
Can I just say, though, with the drinks package as well, and we're finding this from our clients phoning in, if you buy this on board, Paul, it's $65 per person per day. Now, with the dollar
Per day.
with the exchange rate on the dollar at the moment, that's about £53 a day.
Wow.
So that's quite a lot. Now, this is included if you buy the Ocean View. So this is why it's saying it's worth it. It's basically got all your specialty teas and coffees, selected beers, spirits, wines and cocktails, wide selection of alcoholic beverages, and again, you get 15% off all bottles of wine. But why buy a bottle of wine when you're getting it by the glass and it's all included? It is well worth it, and most people take out the drinks package.
And there's also the jet set sail option as well.
Now,
What
this
exactly
is
that
a
then?
product that was launched last year, and this is only flying from Stansted.
Yeah.
And what this is an upgrade to fly out on a plane that's only got about 110 seats. When you arrive at Stansted, you have your own private terminal, your own private lounge, so it's like going into one of the business lounges. It takes an hour from when you actually arrive to getting on the plane and taking off, so you don't need to be there hours before.
So you're going to feel like first class.
The car parks directly outside the terminal, and you're on this deluxe plane going over, so you do feel like you're living the high-end family. And that's only £229 per person to upgrade on that, which is really good.
So brilliant value for money. If you have just joined us, remember my top tip, get your hands on a pen, piece of paper, write down the ID numbers, because we are whizzing through these cruises. The ID number for that last one was 108816. We're now going to move on to it's a lifetime cruise for many people. We're going to have to slow down a little bit on this because it's 15 nights around China. And this is a river cruise, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's a river cruise and a land tour. We call it a surf and turf tour. And we've featured quite a lot of this over the last couple of months, this tour, and it's very popular. Now, if you want to go to China, it's not easy to get around yourself. It can be a little bit intimidating for people. This is all packaged up with Viking, so literally from the moment you take off to the moment you fly home, it's packaged with Viking.
Brilliant.
So this one's going to fly out from London, and we can look at regional flights for you, Manchester and Birmingham as well, and you're going to make your way into Shanghai. Now, I was fortunate enough to go there a couple of years ago. Shanghai is such a futuristic city, and again, when you go there, I've been up that tower there, you go right to the very top of that. Amazing views, futuristic. I think some of the Batman films were filmed out there as well. They are absolutely stunning. But again, you've got the contradiction, because then you go back into the old temples, the Buddha temples, so you've got the old and the new there as well. So that's a nice opportunity to have 2 days at leisure just exploring Shanghai, and there is so much to see in that city. Again, I would always recommend trying to add a couple of days on if you can, but if not, 2 days there.
So after Shanghai, we join the ship. Can we have a look around the ship?
We
Is that
can,
all right?
yeah. And again, being Viking are so popular. But again, this is a beautiful vessel taking you along the Yangtze. So again, here, this is a great opportunity not just to go with the hustle and bustle of China. You know, it's very actually sailing along the Yangtze and taking in the views here. Now, as you can see from the VT footage, look at the ship. People think river cruises are small. Look at the ship there. It's absolutely stunning. It's 5-star deluxe. Now, this is also all-inclusive while you're on board the vessel as well, and it's going to take you all the way along the Yangtze. Now, as you make your way along, you're going to stop off at small different destinations. You also go into the hydroelectric dam, one of the largest in the world, and that's near the Three Gorges Dam and the lesser Three Gorges as well. So you have the opportunity to see that as well. But on board as well, service is second to none. Viking are the largest cruise ship company, river cruise ship company in the world, and again, going along here is a real tick off the bucket list to do this. Food, cuisine, drink, service is exceptional, and it's so nice that you can experience these places in China. I know that every night you can come back on board, plot up, have some dinner, and then just relax and a little bit of local
ultimately
entertainment.
this is your hotel, and
this is your hotel. It's a floating hotel. And again, with these river cruises, with the ocean cruises, a lot of time you're in the middle of the ocean, you don't see anything for days on days.
Yeah.
Here, again, look, you're just standing there, going out to your balcony.
Being in the fjords,
well,
isn't it?
It is, but it's a moving destination all the time, and it's absolutely beautiful, and it's a great way of doing it, and you have the opportunity to do this. So with this one, you have a 7-night cruise taking you along, all the way along, say, the Three Gorges Dam, the lesser Three Gorges, and as I said, Viking will be looking after you all the time. They're also included on this one. You have internal flights, which are on here as well. Nice. You'll have transfers, you'll have guides with you the whole time, and of course you're off to see some of the main sites. Now, I pronounce some of these wrong, and I am so sorry if I do, I apologise, but as I said, we've got the Three Gorges there, which is one of the modern marvels to go and view, and then from there, once you get off the vessel, we go into Shibuzo. I've said that wrong, I know I have, but this is a great opportunity from here to try some of the local tours, and also as you go into Chongqing as well and Jian, you will get to see the giant pandas. Now, of course, if you've never seen them in their in China as well, this is the opportunity to do that, and you get to see the giant pandas. You have a couple of nights stay in Jiang as well, a day at leisure, and then from there, once you've seen the pandas, you'll make your way down into Beijing, and of course, this is where you get the opportunity to see Tiananmen Square. You've got the Great Wall, and again, you've got all the highlights there of China. This really is the opportunity there. If you want to do the Great Wall, Tiananmen Square, you want to see as much as you possibly can, this is the cruise to do. Wow. Everything is incorporated on this one as well. You're looked after, and as I said, you've got your flights, your transfers, the river cruise, the land tour. They're fantastic, fantastic. So with this one as well, you have 3-night stay in Beijing at the end, 2-night stay in Shanghai and Jiang on there as well, and as I said, it's all encompassed with Viking river cruises on there for you.
This really is a dream for many people.
We've been selling this package for about a couple of years now, and literally every time it goes on TV or we put a lot of advertising into it, people say, yeah, we want to go to China, we weren't sure how to do it, this ticks all the boxes.
Now let's talk about some of those inclusions for you. Again, this is a Black Friday special. If you book this by November 30th, then you are going to get £50 worth of M&S vouchers, which is great, that's per booking. We've got the all-inclusive drinks package on board, but that offer too ends 30th of November. Now when you return, inbound, meaning coming home, you're all going to be flying business class. How great is that? Business class from China. So what a great, you just had this 5-star experience all included, and then you've got the opportunity to come back and still feel like you're first class. And then you can upgrade if you want to on the way out, so you can also enjoy business class. So you've got Veranda Junior Suite or Explorer Suites, and we've got dates available next year in March, May, August or September. So that was our 7th cruise that we've talked about. Let me just remind you of my top tip. We did tell you at the very outset of this show that it was going to be a little fast and a little furious, and we don't normally do that with a cruise show. Come on, cruise should be relaxed and easygoing. But this was fast and furious because we've got so many 7 Black Friday deals squeezed in. So now I'm going to give you the opportunity. We're going to play a video. I want you to go and get a pen or a paper, a pencil, and get ready to write down the item numbers, the ID numbers really, of these cruises. Whilst we're doing that, we're going to give you the opportunity to find out how you can win a cruise.
How would you like to win a luxurious 7-night cruise visiting Le Havre, Hamburg and Amsterdam on the superb MSC Preziosa, courtesy of Planet Cruise and MSC Cruises? We're giving one lucky winner the opportunity to win this incredible prize for 2 people staying in an ocean view cabin and calling at France, Germany, Belgium and the Netherlands. For your chance to win, simply log on to idealworld.tv/win cruise to enter this sensational prize draw. Good luck!
So good luck indeed. Do feel free to go to the website idealworld.tv and you've got the chance. It'll come up. The banner comes straight up. You'll see it. You can put your details in and you could be winning a cruise. Now, if you're thinking, well, what if I don't win it? buy one. Come on, you got the opportunity to get one right now. 7 Black Friday deals lined up. Have you got a pen, pencil, a piece of paper ready? Because you're going to want to write down the ID numbers. The ID numbers, by the way, are going to be here on this blue bar. I know it's a little bit hard to see them. I'll call them out as we make our way through. Now, let's go to the first one. This first one I'm going to share with you is one that we threw in the middle of the show. We didn't know what it was going to be. We're going to take the opportunity right now to go through this first one in a little more detail. So let's go through the itinerary so we really understand what this Princess Cruise was all about.
So this was Southampton, this one. So we're going to go from Southampton on this one. And this one is then going to go down into Bruges. So we've got Bruges on there. Then we've got a day at sea, so you can just chill out and relax. This is the one that had the overnights in Copenhagen as well. So a great opportunity there, as I mentioned before, to go to Tivoli Gardens. You can go to the Little Mermaid. Again, they've got a great underground network as well. So if you take your underground, you can experience the city and see as much as you possibly want to. But again, as I said, it's a great place. And having an overnight on board is great because you can get off the ship, go for dinner in the evening, chill out, relax, and you haven't got to rush back to the ship, which is really, really nice. Helsingborg is then into Sweden, which is our next destination. Again, quite new to the cruising. It's only been there for a couple of years with the major cruise ships. But again, a nice opportunity to go and see Scandinavia, go and see Sweden. People there are so friendly. Again, the opportunity to go into the centre of the square there. Again, have a look at some of the beautiful architecture. There are guides outside to take you around if you wanted to. Again, you can take one of the ship's tours if you wanted to in Helsingborg. And then down then into Oslo. Oslo, as I said before, the biggest city in Norway. Great opportunity for the sailing there. As I said, make sure you've had your breakfast nice and early, sitting on the back deck, wrap up nice and warm, and sailing to Oslo. It is absolutely stunning. Lots to see there, and again, fantastic people that welcome you into their city. An opportunity there to do a little bit of shopping. The actual park there is stunning. The Vigveld park is beautiful, and it's just a nice destination to explore. You're seeing Scandinavia, and then a day at sea, and then back into Southampton on that one at a really, really good price.
Now, as you can see on the screen, deposit only, so £50 per person. Don't forget, on this one, if you're a family of 4, you can go for under £1,900. Let's go through some of the inclusions with it. So, Black Friday special, huge discounts, no doubt about that. These are filthy, dirty low prices, so take advantage of it. Reductions included. These will end on the 28th of November, so please call as soon as you can. Call the number, it's free to call the team at the bottom of the screen. If you've got any questions, look, we know we're rushing today. We know we're rushing. No, not Russian, love.
We haven't gone to Russia, have we?
Oh. So take
I thought that was another cruise.
Call the number for free or go to the website, but if you call, you'll get more details. Family of 4 for under £1,900 is brilliant value for money. And again, it's just the deposit. That's what you've got to pay. If you like the idea of going down to Southampton the night before to chill out and all your parking will be taken care of, you can get that for £89 per person. So that was the one that we threw in. But there's also a second cruise. We started with this one at the start of the show. Talk about incredible value for money. Also, Princess Cruises. This works out under £63 per person per night. Remember I was telling you a little story in the middle of the show that I stayed in a hotel on the motorway, making my way into London, £80 just for a room. 80 quid just to get a bed that night. Your price includes all your food, all your entertainment, travelling to and fro. It is incredible value for money. Each person that goes on this trip will save £220 per person. Let me make it clear too that this is 14 nights. 14 nights, not 7-night cruise, 14 nights. So let's take the opportunity right now to remind you of the itinerary so you've got some idea where you can go for this sort of value for money.
So again, we mentioned before, you've got 3 days at sea, which some people say, oh, I don't want to be at sea for 3 days. It's great because the ship on there is fantastic to experience all the different bars and restaurants and just chill out, hit the spa and whatever you want to do. Then we go down into Barcelona. So you've got Barcelona there as well, as I mentioned before, great opportunity. There's really good beaches down in Barcelona as well. People always think it's the main city centre, but there are some really good beaches in Barcelona. Now, Ajaccio is, I think, is a really, really nice port of call, and the next one in Corsica. And I always call this as a chill-out place because you've got some big ports of call coming up over the next few days. So I would use this one as a chill-out day, relax. What we always just do in Ajaccio is go out into the main town. They've got some great fish restaurants there as well along the main harbour area. You've got a big casino there as well along the beach area, but just chill out, relax. As I say, it's Napoleon's, but you know, you don't have to go crazy every time you get in port.
Chill out is such an important part of a holiday. You know, we often go on holiday and it's go, 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 go. You come back, you're absolutely pooped, and you think, I've been on holiday, I'm now more tired than when I went away. Here's a chance. This is the beauty of cruising. Let everyone else do the work for you. Enjoy those days at sea. Enjoy the lazier port of calls, and then of course, you get somewhere like Rome, you get crazy, and you go do it all.
Exactly, and then you go into Civitavecchia. Now, Civitavecchia again is a small, well, it's a city there that you can go into, but again, most people go into Rome. Now, again with Rome, plenty of tours to do there. When we were there in June, I took my wife and my baby Brooke there, and obviously with a baby it's a bit more difficult to do these sort of sites. So we did a tour called Rome on Your Own. Now our concierge team will sell Rome on Your Own. We'll have the tours there for you if you want to book tours through the concierge department. And that's good because literally it dropped us near the Colosseum, and then they said, right, in 6 hours' time we'll meet you up by the Vatican.
Great.
So it meant we walked all the way across Rome, we went past the Pantheon, we went past the Colosseum, and then we went into the Vatican, which is the huge area there. You could spend a week in Rome and still not see half of it, but
you'd miss the cruise.
Exactly, I know. But for 6 or 7 hours, it was enough for us, and we got to see what we wanted to see. And then I think in a couple of years' time, we're taken back when she's a bit older. So it was good. Then into Livorno, that is again the opportunity to go into Florence and Pisa. If you do a full day in Florence, there's loads to see in Florence, but a lot of people just want to go and see the Leaning Tower. Again, you have your picture taken, you're pushing the tower back up, you've got the Field of Dreams there, Field of Miracles, to have a walk around where the actual Duomo and the Leaning Tower is, but a great opportunity to see 2 big destinations in Europe in one day. Genoa itself is, again, I always call it a little bit more of a chill-out place, but one of the highlights here is to go over to Portofino if you can do. Brown's Castle, I think, is where Wayne Rooney got married a few years ago, but Portofino, if you get over there, that is the Italian Riviera. That is where the rich and famous, and again, with that one, when you're at Portofino, don't do anything but sit down in that little harbour area, get a cappuccino, and just watch the millions of pounds cars and yachts sail past, and it is absolutely stunning.
Look at that yacht.
Then you go down into Marseille. Marseille, I was there in June again. I was actually in Marseille the day after England played Russia in the football, because they played in Marseille, so that was a fun day. But again, when you're down in the harbour there, you can walk around. Great bars and restaurants there to sit around in a nice port area. A day at sea before then coming back into Gibraltar, to the Rock, see the monkeys, and then back 2 days at sea before getting back into Southampton.
I'm being told that the call centre has called us. They've let us know that both of these cruises that we've just shown you, the 2 Princess cruises, are in meltdown. There are only limited availability on these. Don't forget, this cruise itself, under £2,000 for a family of 4, and it's 2 weeks. That's under £250 each per week. That isn't just your room, that's all your travel, that's all your food, that's all your entertainment. It is insane value for money. If you're asking yourself for these really Black Friday deals, yes.
The other thing, Paul, just quickly, people always ask about the Meon Valley, is it worth the money? Now, the Meon Valley is £89 per person to stay there. But if you think on a 14-day cruise, normally at Southampton to park there, it's about £11 a day.
Yeah.
Okay? So for £89 per person, you get to stay the night before, so extend your cruise by 1 day, you get bed and breakfast at the hotel, you get private car transfers to take you to the port, and you get your car parking included. So
brilliant value of money.
You are paying £170, £180, but that's your parking, a night stay, bed and breakfast in a nice 4-star hotel. And again, if you get there earlier, they've got the golf course there, you can have a game of golf, go for some spa treatments.
Have a lie-in.
Have a lie-in, do whatever you want to do, and just chill out before your cruise. So the Meon Marriott is really, really good and very, very popular with our clients.
Let's just remember that again. This is a holiday, and we take a holiday to have a break. We take a holiday to get away from it all. So chill out and enjoy the service. That's what it's all about. I would say, again, get that pen, get that pencil, get a piece of paper and write this one down. The ID for this one, get it while you can, because if you're watching a recording of this, if you watch this later in the day, it may well have sold out. 108773 is your ID number. Come on, I'm going to whiz through all the cruises right now. Get that pen, that pencil, that piece of paper ready, and write down the ID numbers, because these are Black Friday cruise prices. So, this first one is very, very limited. This is the 7-night cruise. Don't miss out on it. We're talking £160 off per person. Deposit only, so £50 per person right now, under £2,000, under £1,900 in fact. So if you like the idea of this, these prices are only available until the end of the 28th of November. You've got that family for under £1,900, deposit only, as I've just said, and as you just heard Glenn talk about, the Meon Valley is really worth considering, but it is just a consideration. Now, we've just seen the 14-night version. Come on, this is crazy. This is aboard the Crown Princess. By the way, Princess, I was working on there. I was cruise director. My wife was a dancer when I proposed to her.
Really?
And she said yes. There's a video of it somewhere on YouTube.
Amazing what happens at seeing it.
Yeah, yeah. And £50 deposit, that's all we're asking here per person. Free $85 $85 on board spend. £220 per person off if you get that right now. That works out under £63 per person. And again, if you're a family of 4, we're talking under £250 per person per week. So that is incredible value for money. And again, you can add the Meon Valley Marriott in Southampton if you would like to. Moving on now to Oasis of the Seas from Royal Caribbean. 7 nights around the Caribbean. We're talking Jamaica, we're talking Mexico. What a brilliant opportunity. This was the last minute offer that we just got for you this morning. If you'd like this, you get a free upgrade from Ocean View to Balcony if you book the 28th of January trip. That's just next year, it's just around the corner. So if you think, oh, I want to get out this cold weather, go book that now. Call the number at the bottom of the screen. Write that number down. Return flights from Newcastle. If you're thinking, oh, what about Manchester, Birmingham, Glasgow? Call the team and ask for regional flights. They can give you all the details for that as well. ID number for that one is 103047. Then we went on to MSC, Mediterranean Shipping Company. We showed you the cruise ship on here. It was gorgeous, under £72 per person per night, and you began on one of the new ships, the Magnifica, Italian for magnificent, clearly. If you've cruised with them before, you can actually take another 5% off the prices that are shown. Family special on here, 4 of you can cruise, £1,100 and let's call it £1,200. That's kids from £99 per person, and that is a new cruise for 2018. So don't miss out on that. ID number 129219. If you do want to read more about these cruises, that's a perfect way to go to the Planet Cruise website, planetcruise.co.uk. You can read more about it, see more about it, and then of course call the team to make your booking. Moving on to P&O, this was our 5th cruise today. We squeezed 7 in because it's Black Friday. This was the one that gave you the opportunity to go down to the Canaries and Madeira. I tell you, it's one of my favourite cruises. It is stunning because you're almost guaranteed the weather. From £770, £769, under £70 per person per night. Again, another opportunity to feel first class, to take the opportunity to book in to the Meon Valley Marriott in Southampton so you can chill out the night before. ID for that is 117525. And then we had the Celebrity Cruises, the one taking you 11 nights around Italy, Spain and the Balearic Islands. This is where you got the opportunity to enjoy jet set sail, so you got the opportunity to be on that 100-seat plane. Flies out of Stansted and give you the chance to feel really first class. So up to $400 on board spend, free drinks, classic package if you go Ocean View and above. You can add the 2-night stay in Rome if you wish for just £99 per person, and here is the jet set sail deal. It'll make you feel first class. Only 60-minute check-in on this. You've got your extra luggage in there. It's a brilliant opportunity. All the details listed. If you don't catch them all, then just call the team and they'll talk you through that in much more detail. Again, that's deposit only, and take advantage of the opportunity to get that free extra 2 nights in Rome for £99 per person. And then finally, 7th cruise. We always try to get 5 in. Sometimes we squeeze the 6th one in. It's Black Friday, so we squeeze the 7th one in. And of course, this is 15 nights around China. You called this the turf and surf, was it?
Surf and turf, because you're on the water and then you're on the land, aren't you?
It does make sense, I get it. And it is 5-star, everything included on that one. Do not miss out on it. That's one where you've got the opportunity to enjoy the return trip will be business class for everyone, and of course you can organise that on the way out as well. Hey, let me say a big thank you to you.
Thank you. It's been busy, isn't it?
It has been more than busy. And don't forget, if you go to our website, ideaworld.tv, a box will come up, a banner will come up straight away, and you have the opportunity to win the competition. So if you're saying, you know, I can't afford £250 for a week's cruise, $250 for a week's cruise, I think you can. And that would be for a family of 4, $250 each. But of course you can go and win yourself a cruise as well. Just fill in our details. So big thanks to Keith. Most importantly, a big thank you to you. Stay with us here at Idea World because it's Black Friday prices.